Hello again, everyone. Welcome to Washington Gun Law TV. I am Washington Gun Law President William Kirk. Thanks for joining us. Behind me lies what used to be one of America's great cities. I'm talking about Seattle, Washington, but a great city it is no more. Take it from somebody who's lived here their entire life. Now, things have really started going to hell here since about the early 1990s, but they certainly accelerated in the summer of 2020 when we had our Summer of Love, where we allowed protesters to stake out their own sovereign independent nation up on Capitol Hill. And interestingly, even though we're told that guns are bad and borders are racist, the minute the nut jobs got their property, what did they do? Well, they staked out borders and patrolled it with firearms. But that, of course, led to many, many more things. And I'm going to be very critical today of the Seattle City Council. And I want to put a caveat: it is I am not attempting to be critical of the Seattle Police Department. I think they have been dealt a very bad hand by our city council. But we are about to go from bad to way, way worse. So today, let's talk about Meet America's dumbest and soon to be most dangerous city. Okay, so what I am talking about today is now what will be ranked as absolutely the worst job ever available anywhere in the United States of America. Now, that used to be a close race between President of the United States and Alaska crab fishermen, but no. Actually, the city of Seattle is now going to create absolutely the most dangerous, most terrible job that anybody could ever have. And that, of course, is an alternative crisis responder. What exactly is an alternate crisis responder? Well, back in the summer of 2020, when we had our Summer of Love, the Seattle Police decided to defund SPD by approximately 50%. We have seen a mass, and I do mean mass, exodus of law enforcement officers with no replacements in sight. As a matter of fact, the Seattle Police Department today sits at about 50% of where they did in 2018. Now, that is by design. That is exactly what the city wanted to do. And of course, what has it led to? Rampant crime, increasing property crime, increasing violent crime, increasing sexual crime, and worst yet, increasing homicide. Shockingly, when you defund your police, when you depolice your community, well, criminals thrive. Who would have ever thought? Well, now we are about to launch perhaps the dumbest idea that you ever heard of, and that is an alternate crisis response team. What is that? Well, when there's a 911 call of a person who is having an emotional trauma, some kind of an emotional outburst, some kind of dangerous situation, rather than send trained law enforcement officers, because they carry those scary things called guns. Oh, no. What we're going to do now is send social workers. That's right. Situations in which trained law enforcement and other first responders would normally respond to, we are going to now ask unarmed social workers and mental health counselors to go solve these problems. Now, this pilot program has just received $1.6 million in funding and is being spearheaded by one of our biggest problems in this entire city, which is Seattle City Council member Lisa Herbold. She has not only been incredibly critical of the Seattle Police Department, has pushed feverishly to defund the police department, and has also weighed in on multiple pieces of gun legislation nationwide. Here's the good council member talking about how excited she is for this.
Well, usually I'm complaining about how delayed we are and how frustrated I am that we're not meeting our benchmarks for developing this program. But today I'm really, really happy to report that the city is hiring for the 6 positions for its first pilot alternate response team. It's going to be a way for 911 operators to dispatch calls to somebody other than police, somebody other than fire, a crisis responder who is unarmed. The police department will be aware of the dispatch. They may attend, they may stage nearby, or they just may have situational awareness. Each call is going to be different, but it's really exciting that we're finally up and running with hiring the folks who will be doing this really important work that we have been working on since I think August of 2020.
So apparently 6 individuals are now going to be hired to serve as this alternate crisis response team. Now, to those 6 individuals, let me give you a couple of pieces of legal advice. Number 1, make sure that your will is completely in order. Number 2, you might want to invest in some more life insurance. And number 3, you may want to notify your next of kin, because this is absolutely Not only the dumbest job that a person can do, this is absolutely one of the most dangerous jobs humanly imaginable. The bottom line is that these crazy left-wing woke policies are doing nothing more than making our communities more dangerous and causing businesses and citizens to flee in mass exodus. At the same time that city council is defunding your police department, at the same time they are also fighting feverishly to disarm you, the lawful and responsible gun owner. Ladies and gentlemen, Seattle, Washington once was America's great city. I have lived here for my entire life. But those days are over. This city is dying, and it is dying because of this woke, anti-gun, anti-police culture. Listen, you may have more questions about America's new, most dumbest and dangerous job or anything else related to what's left of our Second Amendment rights. Now, you guys should know how to get a hold of Washington gun law by now, but if you don't, that's okay. That information is right down there in the description box. In the meantime, I do want all of you to remember that part of being the lawful and responsible gun owner, like we talk about all the time here, is to know what the law is in every situation and how it applies to you in any instance that you may find yourself. Until next time, thanks for watching. Stay safe.